What is going on, young men between 18 and 29 particularly, and young men of any age in general? I am the over 50 guy slash the online dad. Y'all know what we do here, so let's get into it. You know, up until this point, guys, my videos have been all about the what and the why of building yourself. The why you should, so you can have options and resources, the sacrifices that you need to make in order to get to them. Why you should avoid the distractions of women and sex and those types of things to, really focus in on yourself and build yourself. That's the what, building yourself to be a man with options and a man of resources. So we've been talking about that for some weeks now. I think I want to transition into a lot of the how. You should go about doing this. Again, man, I'm no expert. I'm just sharing with you the things that I came up with and how they benefited me, and maybe they can benefit you. So we need to start talking about how. We know why. We know why we should build ourselves. We know that we should build ourselves. Now it has to be a question of how do I go about doing that? What should be some things? What are some practical, actionable steps that I can be taking now to build myself? And as I was thinking about that earlier today, one thing shot out in my mind particularly. And you know what? You guys will hear me talk about my old dude a lot, my father, because a lot of the way that I think, a lot of the things that just really didn't make sense back when I was your age really make perfect sense with what we're talking about now. And it was a lot of the stuff that he came up teaching me. And one thing that kind of stands out today when we're talking about some actionable steps. Now, we're going to talk about a lot of them, but I want to talk about one in particular today, is simply getting up early. Getting up early. Listen, I know that sounds trivial. I know that sounds very basic, but the reality of it is, I've witnessed it on my own with friends and family and this, that, and the other. Everybody doesn't do that. Everybody doesn't get up early with the intent in mind of, I'm going to get up, start my day, get some things going, get after it, whatever that may be. That's a rarity from what I see. What I see, guys, is, especially from the younger guys, I will chase women all night. I will play my Call of Duty, my Madden all night. Then I will sleep long into the day, get up sometime in the afternoon and wash, rinse, and repeat. And no, man, that is not going to work. Again, my father, he was the type that nobody slept in his house longer than he did. Made a lot of sense. My dad worked 2 jobs. So I guess his take on it was, hell, if I'm up, you need to be up. So guys, I will never forget this. We had college dances at the beginning of the start of the school year in the fall. And like clockwork, I had to wash cars, clean out garages, cut grass, clean out basements, garbage, all of that stuff. That was my job because my father wasn't there to do it. This icebreaker, it was on a Friday night. So I intentionally did all of my stuff that I would normally do on Saturday. I did that Friday because I knew I was going to hang out late. I was going to be oiling. I didn't want to be disturbed. So yeah, I'll get all of this stuff done and no one will have any reason to bother me. And I couldn't have been more wrong. That Friday night when I had, cut the grass, washed the cars, cleaned out the garage, did all of that stuff. And lo and behold, at 8 o'clock in the morning, here's my father at the foot of my bed, kicking it, saying, get up. And I'm like, Pop, what do you want me to do, man? I've done everything. There's nothing for me to do. And my father said to me, you know what? I don't give a damn what you do. Get up and walk around. But nobody sleeps in this house longer than me. And again, guys, just not understanding what he understood at the time, which is you're going to get more accomplished up early going after it than you would just laying in bed all day long. So the idea, men, behind getting up early is that there is always something to do. There's always something that you can be doing, that you should be doing, that you should be planning, that goes in line with building yourself. And that is not going to happen sleeping all day. See, a lot of you are used to doing that because, that's what you did. You went to school, you was up early to go to school. Weekends, you would sleep in, and that was the routine. And now, if you've just turned 18 or if you've just graduated, you don't have that anymore. You don't have that thing that you have to do. You have to create a thing now. You have to create a routine now that is of your doing. This isn't you getting up and mom and dad are making me go to school. This isn't you getting up, somebody is making you. It is you of your own volition now doing a thing that is going to benefit you. So getting up earlier. Okay, I don't have anything to do. What do I do when I get up? I don't want you to just get up and walk around like my dad suggested. But you can get up and get to the gym. You can get up and read on something that you like. You can get up and, Jordan Peterson, make your bed. Make your bed. You can get up and strategize and think about the things that you need to do for the day that is going to help you to build yourself. You can go to the park and just walk and clear your mind. You can go and look for employment if you don't have it. If you do have it, you can look for more of it. All of these things, men, are things that you need to be doing in order to build yourself. You can get up early and get on YouTube and not look at BS. You can get on TikTok and not look at chicks and all of the other stuff. You can get on there and look at what your passion is and how people are doing it better. How do I, if I'm just pulling something out of my hair, content creation, which is what I'm doing. What's the best lights? What's the best camera? What's the best phone? How do I do this? How do I edit that? See, you do that when you get up early. You get all of that accomplished before you go to work, or you get a lot of that accomplished before you go to work. It is not just waking up in enough time to put on clothes, not even brush your teeth, and walk out the door to work. That is not the way to build yourselves, men. That is not an actionable, practical thing that you can do to build yourself. Now, I'm not saying that there's times where you are just tired or you've worked hard and you want to sleep. I'm not saying you can never do that. I am saying that this is a habit. This is a routine that you should incorporate as soon as possible. It doesn't matter to me that you don't have anything to do. When you're up, you can create something for yourself to do, right? It is the ideal of, and again, I get it from my father. There's always something to be done for a man. For a man, there's always something to do, always something to be working on, right? Always something to be learning, right? This is what men do. Always. Guys, I can't even watch TV hardly anymore. I'm reading something on how to make my content better, how to edit better. I do this before I come to work. I get up in the morning early so I can hit the gym and get done. So I can get somewhere to do your videos and get done. So I can edit videos before I come into work, right? See, that was taught to me. A lot of you guys haven't had that taught to you, where there is always something to do. There is always something that you could be doing that can better or further yourself. I had that since I was 11 years old. So that's common for me. But if it's not common for you, men, we're talking about the how of building yourself. And I have many more things that you can do. But the first step, the first thing that you can start doing, if you're not doing it already, you know what? Plan to get up an hour earlier every day. That is a great start. That is a great start. Set your clock and just get up earlier every day. If it's nothing more than just getting up, washing your face, brushing your teeth, and just being up, that is far better than just laying in bed sleeping all day or sleeping until it's time for you to get up. So let's try that, man. Let's try that. Let's just try getting up an hour earlier. In that hour, again, you can hit the gym. In that hour, you can get to the park, walk. In that hour, you can research your passion. You can learn more about your passion. If it's nothing more, man, than just getting up and meditating on your day. If it's nothing more than getting up and saying, you know what, how can I do work better today? If it's nothing more, man, than just planning out the rest of your day. You see what I'm saying? If I really thought about it, I can come up with 1 billion things that you can do within that hour that you wouldn't accomplish if you are asleep. First, actionable, practical step to building yourself is starting a routine where you are up early. You're up early. Listen, man, you don't have time. You think you do. You really think you do. But you don't have time to sleep in, because you do that now. And again, I've said it before, you're going to blink and you're going to be 30 sleeping in. You're going to blink again and you're going to be 40 sleeping in. These habits, men, have to start now. They have to start for you now. There's no better time to start building yourself than right now. And it's no better time than to start creating habits that support your building yourselves. I'd be willing to bet any amount of money that for successful people, this is part of their routine. The successful people don't sleep in. Successful people is up and getting after it early. We already know, it has been made clear why and what we need to be doing. We need to be building ourselves so that we can have options and resources later in life. That's the what and the why. The how we're going to start getting into now. And the first how, the first thing that you need to be doing is getting up out of that bed, getting after it early, right? So listen, I hope that added some value to the day, man. I am the Over 50 guy / the online dad. Listen, I appreciate all your comments and the likes to the videos. That motivates me to do it all the more. So keep them coming, men, and we'll be back with another one soon.